In 1939, way before the Germans came in, the Hungarian underground against the Nazis was forming. And they recruited me to work for the underground and put me in a factory. The factory employed about 35 to 40,000 people that did everything from dive bombers to tanks. And I was giving a daily report what was going on there. I was born in Nyírbátor, Hungary, which was located near the Romanian and Slovakian border, the small town. But I was educated and I lived in Budapest. My uncle, he was the head of the Steelworkers Union of Hungary, so he wasn't a Nazi. Secondly, he was the editor of Social Democratic newspaper, and under his influence, naturally, I had to be an anti-Nazi, and everything what we can do, I did in order to fight Nazis. My aunt, who had a factory in Budapest, I opened with my aunt in a factory a hiding place for the people. And I used German supplies to feed the people who were hiding in the place. They were hiding all kind of people. In fact, one of the men who was there, he's right now the Surgeon General of Hungary. Then we had actors, we had businessmen, we have politicians, not only Jews, but people who had to hide from the Nazi persecution. The height was maybe 3 feet. The people lived in this place. And in the middle, on the sewer, that was a sewer system where they lived. January the 8th, 1945, and Les Banos is under it, you know, because I promised them I will make a little memorial brick if they survive. Later on, I worked with a gentleman by the name of Schweiker, who was we call it, he was my handler. He was working for the OSS. And he approached me that they need some information and they have some paper of a German. If I would use his name and I would join the German army. And the Germans was recruiting native Germans who lived in Hungary. I went for the recruiting station and I passed with flying colors, and they assigned me to the SS headquarters in Budapest as an interpreter, driver, and liaison officer. Under the name of George Nament, I served in the German SS. We worked with the Hungarian Nazis in Budapest in many different occasions. I tried to get this information for them, for instance, from troop movement to orders of deportation and military situation in around Budapest. Since I was in headquarters, I know when they had the deportation orders for the people. And since I was working with the Hungarian Nazis and I was speaking Hungarian and German, they told me they want no paper trail. So everything what we did was verbally. All the orders were verbal. So when I received an order that tomorrow morning a division has to go there, pick up the people in the Budapest ghetto and take it to the railroad station to be deported, I went there and I told them, you don't have to do anything, wait until a further order comes. I was able to falsify his order. I also took every day home from the German headquarters their stationery, and that I was in charge of the big stamp, and they made up safe conduct papers daily, and I stamped it and I signed General Wiedemeyer. This was life and death, because the head of the German occupation force, their General Wiedemeyer signature was on it with the official stamp. So these people, you know, this paper saved their lives. Many times you had to do things, you know, on the spur of the moment. You do many times things which you cannot rehearse, that don't teach you in West Point or any other place. A German lieutenant came to us and we were driving in Budapest. Suddenly we heard machine gun fire or rapid gunfire. And he said, let's see what's going on there. And we went to the side of the Danube River and there were mass execution there, you know. People had to get undressed, completely naked. The woman was holding the babies and they threw the babies into the river and they know that the mother will jump after it and then try to shoot the people, you know, like a shooting gallery. I never forget this for the rest of my life.